football. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team, keep your offense moving at a really high level, and it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Hello?
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
60 or check, walk 54. I got you, pop. Shoot.
On second down and 4. Lock. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Lock now, closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
To kick off for Denver.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Mahomes going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the ball. 53 for Mike. 53.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Phillip Lindsay, 35 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see
Ich
something
schaue
on film?
nebenbei
Opposed to
auf
try
meinem
something
Handy
from the
das
15
Ding an,
on a
aber
PAT?
jedes Mal, wenn ich mein
I don't
Headset
know.
The only
einstelle,
thing
dann
they needed
pfeift
to see
es.
on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Das ist kacke. Gotchi hört uns beide. Ja, ja. Gotchi, warte mal ganz kurz. Gotchi, schaust du gerade den Stream an oder bist du... Weil eingeladen habe ich den noch nicht. Ja, in der Party, aber der hat kein Headset.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Also, du siehst den Stream, der funktioniert.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they
Okay,
should be fresh.
warte mal.
That's a good way of putting it.
Übertragungseinstellungen. Das Ding pfeift, aber das ist scheiße. Mein Headset pfeift, ich weiß nicht warum. Hörst? Bei mir spielen pfeift es. Mikrofon Audio ebenfalls Mikrofon Audio in Videoclips einschließen. Party Audio teilen, habe ich an. Sprachausgabe von Kommentaren. Kommentaren werden nur als gesprochene Sprache ausgegeben. Okay, das ist nur, wenn es Englisch ist. Ja. Okay, jetzt mache ich mal, pass auf. Okay, ich gehe jetzt mal hier raus und beende mal den Stream, weil ich jetzt mit dem Gotchi dann spiele. Das einzige Blöde ist, warte, Stream beenden.